Hey Scorpio, how are you? Happy birthday. We're in your season. Welcome to your November 2018 reading. Very interesting month astrologically. We've got a lot going on. November is a busy month. The main thing that will impact on you is we've got a new moon in your sun sign around the 7th, 6th or 7th, depending on where you are in the world. But the new moon will be in Scorpio, which is great because you guys will step into your personal power and you can earmark that date as a good day for you. And if it is your birthday, even better. We've also got other things going on as well. If you check the links below in the description box, there is a new moon article on your influence on the new moon there that I've written for Amira Ceylon's blog, who is the psychic medium here on YouTube. But essentially, you are, 8th house rulers. You bring death and rebirth. You rule over taxes, debts, shared finance, shared resources, all that kind of thing. And the new moon is happening in your house under your influence, and it's making some very, very interesting aspects with the planet of fortune and good luck, and Pluto, which is your ruling planet as well. So if you want to know more about that, then check the links below. So let's get into it. Thanks for all your likes, shares and subscribes, Scorpio. I do love your energy. I do find you a really, really interesting sun sign. A lot of people, I think, misunderstand you and your energy and what you bring in life, but I really do find you interesting. So thank you if you booked a personal reading, bought something from the Spiritual Parlour shop. Lots of love and light, and thank you so, so much. Okay, so let's see what's going on for you for November. Okay, so I want to tap into the energy of Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising. If there's a message for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising, please let it be known. What does Scorpio need to know? Okay, that's too many. For the month of September. Okay, the Queen of Swords has just slipped out for you. So the Queen of Swords is essentially about truth. There she is. Wonderful energy. Also represents all the air signs as well, Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra or Aquarius, or if not, maybe this is just a message that some of you need to speak your truth as we go through in November. Okay, so first card will be the theme or underlying energy for Scorpio. Second card will be Scorpio's issue. Third card will be the recent past. Fourth card will be the present. Fifth card will be the potential outcome. And we've got here the Knight of Pentacles. Lovely energy. So this is like progress. Knights are all about action, movement, action coming towards us or actions that we need to take. Pentacle suit is that slow, steady, well thought out, and not rushed energy. And so it could be that some of you need to speak your truth, but also think very carefully about your truth and how you put it to other people, and make some slow, steady progress with your truth, or what it is that you want others to know, or what it is that you need to say, or what's been on your mind. Okay, fifth card. Let's just flip there. Okay, departure, 8 of Cups. So some of you could be departing about something as well, emotionally, and you need to speak your truth. And you need to make some slow, steady progress towards that. The 8 of Cups, energy of departure. As you can see, there's a woman there walking away from her 8 Cups, setting off into a new direction. Fifth card will be the advice, and the sixth card will be the potential outcome. Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising. What does Scorpio need to know? Okay, that's way too many. Way too many. Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising. Okay, that's nice and shuffled. Let's find your main energy. So this is a general reading as well, guys. I don't restrict myself to one thing, love, money, whatever. Whatever comes up can be read, whatever energy is put in front of me. So let's see what's going on generally for you. Okay, I feel a big pull here, so I'm going to read from this deck. Right, the underlying energy is the King of Pentacles. Security, stability, especially financially. If not financially, then it's just a general, real secure feeling and being in a good place. Also represents a link to all the earth signs, that's Virgo, Capricorn and Taurus. But taking the astrology away from it, it is the energy of stability. Let's see what comes out. Okay, we've got the Star, Seven of Cups, Judgment, oh lovely, Ten of Cups, Two of Swords, and the Devil. Okay, this is interesting. And you know what else is interesting for me, Scorpio, as well? Because your energy has been coming up a lot, a hell of a lot, for the past couple of months in the Aquarius videos. And here is Aquarius right here as your underlying energy. But it doesn't necessarily have to be Aquarius, but this is the card that represents the Aquarius sun sign. All right, let's look closely at this. Yeah, looking at this, it feels as though for some Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising, there's a decision to be made, or you need to make a decision, or there's certainly options presented to you, or there's been a little bit of confusion over what way to go. And it looks as though you need to make the decision. Could be that this decision that you are making is even a second chance decision, because you've got Judgment here in the recent past. It could be that this decision is not the first time you've been put in this situation, or you're dealing with this person, place, or thing. But it doesn't feel as though this is something new. This feels as though this is something that you've dealt with, that you're going back to. And there's been a bit of confusion around it. But ultimately, where you're going, you know, you will move in a good direction looking into the future. But we will clarify this energy of the Devil here in the future. Okay, so the confusion, the decision making, Seven of Cups. You know, 7 is a number for potential success. Okay, so this is potential. This is the opportunity. This is the maybe there's a chance, there's an option. Cups as a suit is linked to our heart, how we feel, our relationships, you know, that kind of energy. So this is the decision that needs to be made, or even some confusion, because as you can see, there's a guy here with 7 cups around him and he's reaching for them, but which one does he reach for? So it could be confusion over what to reach for, or it could be that you need to just make a decision around a hope, a dream, or a goal. This could be linked to what I was talking to about an Aquarius. It doesn't have to be an Aquarius, but this is the card for Aquarius, the Star card. If not, then the other energy of this card, this Star card, taking away the astrology, is about hope and faith, and keeping the hope and faith. So I feel very much for some Scorpios out there, there is a decision that needs to be made, or some confusion that needs to be cleared up with a situation, person, place, or thing. And you yourself need to have hope, you need to have faith, and you need to believe in the decisions that you're making if it's not an Aquarius that you're dealing with. Now, where I mentioned the recent past, and maybe this being the second time, or you've dealt with this before, because you've got the Judgment card in your recent past. So Judgment is that second chance energy, is that evaluation energy, is that, you know, looking closely at things, and sometimes giving someone, a person, place, or thing, or a situation, a second chance, you know, going back to it. It's not brand new. So but I feel very much for some of you that this is a second chance. This isn't something that's new. It could be that you're giving another job a go, or another person a go, or you're deciding whether to do that, or whether you should, you know, whether you should do that, because that's what's come up here in the recent past. It's like the foundation is, it doesn't feel like this is a brand new decision that you're having to make. It feels like you've been here before. That's what I'm getting here. But you know, in the present, I think you will make a good decision ultimately when you've made it, and I think that decision is going to lead you to your 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups in your present position is a really, really lovely energy. It's, you know, 10 of Cups, look at it, it's beautiful. You've got, you know, rainbows, you've got people, you know, standing around happy. So this indicates like a happy home, a happy emotional feeling inside, being very, very complete. 10 is the number of completion as well. So whenever you do make this decision, or whatever decision you do make, will ultimately lead you into a 10 of Cups feeling. And a 10 of Cups feeling is an excellent place to be, because it's, you know, emotional happiness, you know, a happy home, a happy outcome. You're basically going to be put on the right path, I'm being pushed to say, once you've made the decision. Now, although there is this decision to make, or there's this confusion, which I can see here as the heart of the matter, it does feel as though, you know, you are at a crossroads with the Two of Swords. Or there's been a feeling of, I'm damned if I do, or I'm damned if I don't. And it's in an interesting position because this is in your advice position. So I'm going to clarify this and what, you know, you need to take into consideration, what you need to know about this crossroads, because it's sat right underneath the decision and it's sat right underneath the confusion that this is your advice. So what you need to know about this decision making could give you some insight into, you know, what it is you should do or what direction you should go in. So what does Scorpio need to know about the decision making, the outcome, the crossroads, the Two of Swords? Why am I seeing the Two of Swords? Okay, the World. Closing one chapter out and opening a new chapter. So I feel very much, Scorpios, that when it comes to this decision that you need to make, you need to keep in mind about the new chapter that potentially you are trying to create, or the new chapter that needs to be created, even if you don't want to make it. Even if this resistance or this crossroads energy is you thinking, oh my God, I really don't want to make this decision because I don't want this to end, or I don't want to do this, or I don't want to do that. The clarifier card is the World card, and that is exactly that, closing something out and allowing something new to come in. So this second chance energy that I'm getting here in the recent past with the Judgment card, and feeling as though you've been here before, or you're giving a person, place or thing, however it resonates, Scorpio, a second chance. Being pushed to say you really need to make your decision and you need to make it soon. Don't delay making your decision, and when you make it, think of the new chapter or what needs to change or what direction it is that you need to go in, because the World card is a major kind of card, just like the Judgment card. So these are significant things that happen in life. These are significant lessons, and the World card is the final card of the major cards. So there's like 22 cards if you include the 4, which is card 0. And when we get here, it's because we've learned everything we need to learn. We've been through all the hurdles. We've done, you know, the judgment on all the other lessons that were meant to take place during that period of our lives, and now it's time to, you know what, close that out and move forward and go back to card 0, which is the 4 card, and start this whole new journey again. So I feel like there's a new journey ahead for you, Scorpio, with whatever this issue is, this confusion or the options or the cups that you have in front of you, which you're not sure which one to take. There is a new chapter opening, and really you need to not keep yourself stuck in this Two of Swords frame of mind, like, what should I do, damned if I do, damned if I don't. I feel like you really, really do need to make your decision. You need to make it soon. I feel like maybe even this decision making has been like it's been put to me like you've not, well, this isn't how I would say it, but this is how it's been put to me to say it. So I'm going to put it as it's come across, like you've dragged your feet, or you're dragging it out, kind of thing. Like it's been lingering, you know, you've purposely not made a decision for whatever reason, or it's been hard for you to make a decision. But now's the time, because in the present you've got the 10 of Cups. And so your overall happiness in the present, your 10 of Cups, you know, your ultimate feeling of emotional fulfillment is what's at stake by staying in this Two of Swords state of mind and not making this decision. So whatever it is, the person, place or thing, look at it detailed with the Judgment energy, you know, what you can take from it, what you need to learn, evaluate it, give the person, place or thing a second chance if need be, or don't give the person, place or thing a second chance and close the door and start the new chapter, is what's being put to me as the advice here. So the outcome, you know, in the future and the outcome, potential outcome, you've got here the Devil card. Now this is the card for Capricorn. I'm taking the astrology away from it because the astrology, you know, isn't what overrides the card's meaning. The energy of the Devil is about being chained to something, or being chained to a situation, person, place, or thing that may not be that good for you. Yeah. Traditionally, with the Devil card, I mean, I'm using quite artistic deck today, like an Art Nouveau deck today, so it's not as traditional as it normally is illustrated. But the Devil normally shows the Devil with two people chained, which they've got them here, two people chained to the Devil. So it is that energy of being chained to something, obsessed with something, held back by something. And it's normally something that's quite toxic as well, because it is the Devil energy. It also can indicate things like drug abuse and addiction and that kind of thing, the Devil card, but I'm not really picking that up. I'm picking up more of the energy of being stuck in this Two of Swords frame of mind if the decision is not made. And I'm going to clarify this a little bit more as well for you. So let's see. Okay, what does Scorpio need to know about the Devil energy? Oh, what's jumped out for you? Yeah, take action. As I said, take action and take control. So your underlying energy is the Emperor. Okay, from that shuffle, and that is about taking action, taking control. But the card that's actually jumped out for you as your clarifier is the Knight of Wands, one of the fastest moving knights in the deck. Knights are all about actions that we need to take, or actions that are going to come to us or into us. But with this situation that I'm feeling here, it is that clarification of taking action and not delaying it and not staying in this Two of Swords state of mind. You know, you either close the door, Scorpio, and you move on from the situation, person, place, or thing, whatever this Seven of Cups confusion options may be, or you open the door and you give it a second chance. You come back around and you give it the second chance with the Judgment. But whatever it is, you need to take the action. Otherwise, you're going to be held here, stuck here in this, chained Devil energy. So you need to move forward and you need to take action. You need to decide what it is you're going to do with this situation, person, place, or thing that's giving you the options, or even the confusion that you've had, or whatever it is that you've been trying to reach for that has caused you some kind of what I'm picking up here is delayed response, or not sure which way to turn, or what direction to take, or what cut to take, or what's the right route. I'm getting a real sense of confusion, but you need to have hope and have faith with the Star card and believe in your decision. I'm not really picking up that this could be an Aquarius person. I'm picking up that this is more the hope and faith that you need to have around your decision making, because it's come out here forcing you to take the action and moving away from this Two of Swords and either closing the door or opening the door. What are you going to do, Scorpio? What are you going to do? So I think November is going to be very much a month of making that decision, making that decision. I mean, it could be love for some of you, it could be work for some of you, it could be a friendship, it could be any area of your life that it resonates, but it's certainly something that's had you stuck at a crossroads and not sure what way to turn or what to do. But ultimately your happiness in the present is what counts. So keep that in mind as well, that Ten of Cups feeling that you want, or that you've been having at the moment. If you've moved away from something, if this Seven of Cups is something that you've moved away from and you're not sure if you want to go back to it, and in the present you're in a Ten of Cups state of mind, then maybe it's time to just close the door on it and keep your Ten of Cups state of mind and make that decision quickly, and don't be chained to it. If it's a decision where, it wasn't that toxic, but you've just not been sure what to do, the Ten of Cups is here in the present. So it could be that if you make a decision to open the door and give it a second chance, you could feel that Ten of Cups energy come through if you do open the door. Whichever way it resonates, Scorpio, there's a decision to make and it needs to be made. And I'd say soon. I don't know, I'm getting like a real sense of energy on this. Energy and a real sense of don't drag it out any longer than it needs to be dragged out. Don't keep dragging it out. Don't drag your feet. I'm getting that real feeling of dragging Like either you're dragging yourself or someone's been dragging you, but it feels like lingering, you know, like something's lingering in the air and it just needs to be cleared. Whoever the situation, person, place or thing is, in November or in the near future, what's being put to me is that the decision just has to be made. Close or open the door. What are you going to do, Scorpio, is what's being put to me. Are you going to close it or are you going to open it? Alright, let's see what angel message there is for you. So if there's a message for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising, please let it be known. What does Scorpio need to know about this situation, person, place or thing? That's way too many. There's a message for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising. Okay, there we go. So you've had purification jump out, interestingly enough, and I think this does make a lot of sense. It's purification, white rose, and it says, by purifying your life of negative people, places or experiences, you attain true peace. The 10 of Cups, you know, that 10 of Cups state of mind, that 10 of Cups feeling, and it's a really beautiful feeling. It is peace, it is happiness. So as I was saying, if this is something that you need to close the door on, then you're being urged to purify yourself of the negative people, places and experiences, it says. So however it resonates. If this is you, you know, if you need to close the door on something, Scorpio, then close it and don't let it linger any longer than it needs to, or as it or any longer than it has already done. I keep getting that lingering feeling like it's going on for a little while. Yeah. Okay, here's a message for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising. Please let it be known. So what does Scorpio need to know for November? What's the affirmation for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising? Okay, you've got happiness jump out. We're back to that whole 10 of Cups again. Happiness. So it says, happiness is your card, and it reads, immersed delight can be found in the smallest of things. Cultivate fluttering moments of joy. So immersed delight can be found in the smallest of things. Cultivate fluttering moments of joy. Delight and moments are the words that are in italics on here. So for me, what's really jumping out is your happiness. You know, that 10 of Cups that's in the present position here. This is what you should be focusing on. Your happiness and your joy and your delight and the moments that you get that feeling in, you know. So purification and being happy is what's come out as your angel messages. And it's here as well, you know, the decision making, the opening or closing of the door is what's really standing out to me from this, and the feeling that I'm getting, you know, and that feeling of not being chained anymore and taking the quick action, the movement, either towards something or away from it. But whatever it is, you're going to free yourself once you've opened or closed the door. And I feel that's what it boils down to. These are the words that keep on playing out in my mind. Open and closing open or close the door. You're either opening or you're closing. So which way are you going to go, Scorpio? Which way are you going to go? What are you going to do in November and moving forward? You know, your underlying energy from the last shuffle was the Emperor, and he is all about control. You know, he is the ultimate control freak in a nice way. You know, this is Aries energy, but it's that feeling of me first, you know, being in control, stable. He is the Emperor after all, so he has like a kingdom to rule over, so he has to be in control. The other side of the Emperor is domination as well, which is maybe not as positive, but it is either about being dominated or dominating something. But either way, it's about, you know, being in control, making a decision, being certain on what direction you're going to take. So yeah, I'm just looking to see if I get anything else, but I think that's all I've got for you, Scorpio. I mean, it is your birthday after all, so don't be too hard on yourself, you know. But whatever the decision is, whatever the person, place, or thing is, you need to open this door and you need to close it. And I don't feel like you should delay any longer what needs to be done. You give it that second chance or you don't. Yeah? You move towards it or you move away. Whatever the situation, person, place, or thing is, however it resonates, you decide. Okay? So happy birthday, Scorpio. Thank you for watching, and I wish whoever this message is for, whether it's for quite a few Scorpios or one specific Scorpio, whoever this message is for, good luck with this situation, and have a wonderful full moon as well when you step into your personal power around the 7th. Grab yourself a free horoscope as well for November, because I have written those. They are up on Amira's website. So just check the links below, everything's there, personal readings, any questions you have, everything is there. Check the box. If you don't get the answer you're looking for, then you can send me an email. The email address is there as well. So have a wonderful month, Scorpio, and I will see you when I do your new moon extra reading for November in about a week or so, because it's the first week of November, so in about a week or so I will see you then. Okay, take care.